Okay, let's take a look at, this is Ura Nage with a leg lift. And it's really a variation of sambo throw, sambo leg lift throw and a rear throw, but you sure can apply it to judo or even to sambo, anything you want. So what we're doing, let's watch Derek and Eric here. So Derek, why don't you talk us through this when you step in, do some of the setups here, the setup here.
I like the flare grip to get my around the shoulder or German grip here. So I've got this, I open them up, pull them in and catch right behind the scapula. If he has a normal right-handed grip that crushes that shoulder in, compresses it nicely. I'm going to take a step to the side and then I shoot head on pen.
Okay, let me come around the back side here. Okay, thanks for turning. So when you're coming in, your angle of attack is not directly in front of him. Can you start again? So you're not standing directly in front of your opponent. You're off to the side, aren't you?
Yep.
Now with your left hand that comes around the outside, it's trapping his arm. Now your right hand, can you lift your arm up, Derek, or Eric, I'm sorry. See how it traps the tight waist him really. Let's come around that back side so you can see how the grip is. And look at the back grip here. The left hand is trapping higher, the right hand is trapping lower on the hips. Okay, and when you're doing that, let's come back. Just do that again from that position and don't throw, just come in. Now look at how you drop in. See how that drop step, everybody? When that left foot is a drop step, just like a lunge step like in wrestling, okay? All right, so his left hip is much lower than the defender's right hip, Eric's right hip. Okay, and that gives you opportunity to move behind him, which is you're going to do that in a moment. Okay, I'll come around back to the other side. So let's go ahead and get to your other side here, guys, and I'll come around. Now let's look at some key elements of this where some people may make a mistake. When they come around with that left hip, they come too high and they're vulnerable to an Uchimata counter. See, you come high like that, you will get countered. So you don't want to do that. When you come around that, with that left hip drops very low behind, see it low and deep. There you go. And also using the hands. Now that back step, let's examine that. Can you do that again for us, Derek? So that low, see that back step? That puts you in position now to be able to do what's going to happen next here. See how the left hip is underneath the defender's right hip? Okay. Now he's going to thigh lift, he's going to leg lift, and he's going to throw him. I'll get this angle, guys. Go ahead and do it again, if you would.
Nice. You have to think of that back step leg as a spring. Similar to your Uchimata, it's just reversed. So as I'm coming through here, this is the start. This is to block his hip and get underneath his hip. This comes through and gives me a nice little spring ready to drive upwards.
Move that mat somewhere, a step back so that people can see it. Okay.
Okay, so as I come in, this is locking on the shoulder, underneath his hips. Step back so I'm ready to spring up off this base leg. And this leg that is the lifting thigh or the lifting knee comes straight up and unwinds. Boom. And then it's just a matter of trying to turn and face where you're going to land. Correct. Don't go straight back.
Yeah, keep turning always chest to chest. Turn into him so you land him flat on his back. Now let's get from another angle. Keep doing that same position, gentlemen. When you're coming in, let's look at that right hand that traps as well, at tight waist. You come in that angle. Now let's examine that right hand. That's an important thing there. See that low trap at the hips, that high trap at the shoulders. You're really coming around his deltoid, really. And when you do that with your left hand, or your left elbow, you're just sinking in that. You're cinching it in tight, aren't you, by dropping that elbow when you kind of sink it in. There you go. Yeah, like that.
Nice and tight there, nice and tight here. Head in on his shoulder so he doesn't turn out.
Yeah, that's a key thing. That head, that really is a directional thing for you. Your left side of your head on his pec. Okay, step back. Excellent. Let's come. I'll stay here at that angle. That's a very good angle, gentlemen. Let me focus in on that. When you do that, continually turn with the hip, or turn into them and finish it. So that finishes it. There you go. So we know who threw who. Any other thing you have to add to that, Derek? Because you do a lot of thigh lifts, and this is unadulterated sambo. It looks very much like the old Georgian Cheetah Oba.
Right.
You know, so
a lot of Georgians are very good at it. Rakashvili, I think, is the latest one to really be known for it. The key, though, is really your lift on your other leg. You know, this is more like a platform. You're still lifting with it, but if you don't have a good plant leg, it's not going to work. It makes it very similar to Uchimata. If you don't have good bend and good spring in your stability leg, no Uchimata, or at least kind of a crappy one.
So that back step is really essential, is what you're saying here. Yeah. It's just like any base leg and any forward throw.
Right. I'm not just going to come back and put my foot right there and, you know, try and do that. I'm going to stick that foot through and come down as I do, so that when I do back arch, I have all that spring in my leg.
Let's key off that back leg one more time, because that is where a lot of people make a mistake. They come too high. Let me come back, get a better position. Start again, Derek. So when you're coming in with that left hip, come in low and deep. Now that back leg steps in, and you thigh lift them, or leg lift them. There we go. Okay. Thank you, gentlemen.
Keep them nice and tight. So at its core, the more distance there is between his chest and your chest, the easier it is for him to counter.
Yeah, it has to be really short grips and a really close proximity in body space, especially upper body, from hips up, definitely.
Right.
You know.
So as soon as you're coming in, you're balling them up like a bag of groceries. You know, it's still possible to do that even with no gripping below the belt roll with the IJF.
Okay. Can you do that one more time for us, and then we'll finish out. There we go. Thanks so much, gentlemen.